Every night at midnight, the family would make a mark on the wall to record that they had survived another day. The only food they had to eat every day was canned food. In order to avoid the monsters outside, they hadn't gone out for a whole year. However, one day, a mouse set its sights on their canned food. The father slowly approached. Unexpectedly, the mouse not only dodged the dagger but also knocked over the kerosene lamp. The father tried to reach out to turn it off, but the lamp was too hot. They could only hide aside. The kerosene lamp exploded directly, setting the table on fire. Fortunately, they put out the fire, but the smoke drifted out of the basement. Although it was evening, the dust covered the vent. If they didn't clean it up in time, they would eventually be discovered by the monsters. The parents had to risk going out to clean the dust, leaving the daughter to observe the situation with a periscope. She suddenly saw a dark shadow in the forest. The daughter quickly warned her parents. However, they couldn't hear her at all, so she climbed out directly, but she didn't see her parents. The daughter called out loudly. Suddenly, a hand covered her mouth. It turned out to be her parents who had rushed over. Before the daughter could explain the situation, a herd of deer suddenly ran over from behind. The mother noticed that these deer seemed to be fleeing for their lives, so the family quickly rushed back to the basement. But footsteps could be heard from behind immediately. They could only pray that the monsters hadn't discovered them. But with a loud bang outside the door, several chains broke in succession, and the door was easily opened. The mother threw out the kerosene lamp to buy some time. The family quickly ran towards the vent. The mother and daughter both climbed out, but when it was the father's turn, he was grabbed by the monster's hand. Seeing no way to escape, the father, after entrusting his wife, jumped down directly to buy them time to run away. Although the mother was extremely sad, she had to quickly take her daughter and run away. But they hadn't run far when the monster came in a helicopter. Then a big net fell and caught them. Next, several special forces soldiers wearing gas masks appeared. It turned out that the so-called monsters were these special forces soldiers who were capturing them. Not long ago, a kind of virus broke out. Since the government hadn't yet developed a vaccine, in order to prevent the spread of the virus, it was decided to bomb the town. The family luckily hid in the basement and thus saved their lives. The government had been sending special forces soldiers to hunt them down all along. The mother in the net had her blood drawn. Then the special forces soldiers raised their guns to eliminate them. But at that moment, the commander was suddenly killed. The person who came turned out to be the father who had become a monster.